Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Today we're going to be covering the Week 3 game against the Los Angeles Rams. Now I'm going to show you in this game why I think the Rams won or slash the Buccaneers lost, depending on how you want to look at it. Normally with my TIFI videos, I should just show things that I find interesting. I don't really break down a whole lot of stuff or go through why I think certain things happened or certain plays were this or that. But today is going to be a little bit different. I want to show exactly why I think the Rams beat the Buccaneers in this game, or more specifically, why the Buccaneers lost this game. Got a whole bunch to get to, so let's get to it. First off, I want to say that Matthew Stafford had an outstanding game. He just played excellent. Anytime the Buccaneers got pressure on him, he was able to get rid of the ball quickly. Now, the offensive play design was a lot of quick passes, short routes, a lot to the outside. But Matthew Stafford did a fantastic job with seeing pressure coming and releasing the ball. And a lot of times he did no-look passes. He faked receivers out. He double pumped. It was just a really, really good job on his part. Let's go back and look at some of these that we're going to see. You got Devin White coming in right there on free shot. Stafford does a great job seeing him come and just gets rid of the ball. A little bit of a no-look pass there as well. Here you've got Tryon and Barrett both they beat their guys and they get pressure on Stafford. He gets rid of the ball quickly. And here you get Nacho coming up the middle. He gets pressure. So does Tryon. Stafford gets rid of the ball fast. Now this play is masterful on Stafford's part. Watch Barrett. He tosses 77 like a rag doll. He has a straight shot to Stafford, but watch what Stafford does. Right there. Barrett's got Stafford in his sights. Stafford does a pump fake, makes Barrett jump over this away. That's just fantastic stuff there. Now watch this no-look pass. Tryon is coming. Stafford ends up throwing it to 89, but he's looking straight ahead the whole time. He doesn't want to look this way because he knows Tryon will be able to get in front of him or jump up and bat the pass down. Watch this no-look pass. This is fantastic. Sweet stuff. Now, if you notice there, the ball came out at the end. This is a fumble. It ends up being recovered by the Rams. And that leads us to the next problem with the Buccaneers. See, there's the ball right there. This was recovered by the Rams. The next reason why the Rams won this game is mistakes by the Buccaneers and not capitalizing on opportunities. Here's a big 3rd and 2. Beautiful pass right into the hands of Gronkowski. He drops it. A lot of that during this game. Here's one to Mike Evans. Boom, throws to him right in his hands. He drops it. So we had a lot of missed opportunities in this play, and then we screwed up a lot. Not necessarily that the Rams beat us on plays, but we hurt ourselves. This is that same play you just saw. Keep an eye on Devin White. He ends up knocking 24 Carlton Davis off of his man who he's covering, leaving him wide open. So keep an eye on White. Right here, see this? He's pushing Jackson, but he gets in Carlton Davis's way, bumping Davis off, leaving Jackson wide open for a big gain. We'll look at it from another angle. You'll be able to see much better. Here's White right here. Here he comes. See, he's going to push. It ends up knocking Davis off. That's what gives that huge space and the big catch. Right here, you're going to see Carlton Davis. He jumps forward for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Stafford ends up throwing it to Cooper Kupp for a touchdown. Now you see Stafford is wind up. He throws. He's throwing the ball. Here it is. Here's Kupp. And here's Davis. But for some reason, Davis takes the wrong angle. Just completely whiffed on that one. Touchdown. Now I want to get into the biggest reason why I think the Buccaneers lost. Keep an eye on Lavonte David. This was an offsides penalty. As you can see, the ball has not been snapped yet. We're going to frame forward. The ball is right on the 40-yard line. Now you see David move, but he has not crossed the 40-yard line. And there's the ball. The ball's moving. See that? Ball is moving. Now you could say, if you want to, you could say, hey, that's he's offsides by, I don't know, a couple of inches maybe. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. But if you're going to say that, you got to say this too. We're talking about a couple of inches. Keep an eye on, oh, look at that. Somebody's moving way before the snap. Now, if we're going to say that Lavonte David was offsides, why can't we say that that's a false start? I mean, if we're going to be ticky-tacky, let's be ticky-tacky. On this play, Gronkowski gets an offensive pass interference call. Right here is where they say he pass interfered. Now, if you look, he didn't touch that guy at all. There goes the flag. Let's look at it from this angle, end zone angle. You'll be able to see it a little bit better. Here's Gronk. He comes out. Look, he actually gets out of the way of this guy. What you could say though is that, maybe he, put a little bit of elbow, maybe got in the way of him a little bit. We could say maybe that's a pick play, rub play, whatever you want to call it. That's fine and dandy. Remember that for later. But that was called a pass interference. However, this was not called a pass interference, offensive pass interference. Boom. I mean, he knocks White all the way over here. That is not offensive pass interference, apparently. Look at it from this angle. Here's David. This is not offensive pass interference. No call here. Then remember the rub play from earlier that Gronkowski was called for offensive pass interference. Keep an eye on these guys and these guys. Now the ball is 2 yards from the goal line, so these guys here are 2 yards away from the line of scrimmage or from the goal. Boom. Look at this. Now, this guy definitely gets in the way of 24, who's supposed to be covering 10, and this is for a touchdown. Of course, no offensive pass interference called there. Then you get this play. This was called an illegal formation because 80 is covering up 87. Now, this I have never seen before in my life. I don't know what this is. I don't know what the refs are calling here. This is a totally legitimate formation as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't find anything in the rule book that covers this. However, here's the same formation, and this was not called an illegal formation. But what you do get is hands to the face on number 80, O.J. Howard. We'll get a better look here in just a second from the end zone angle. Keep an eye over here. Look at this, complete hands to the face. I think there's a better view of it from the broadcast version. I mean, he's got hands to the face all day long. Not called. Now you might be saying, Ralph, you're being a little ticky-tacky here. That's fine. That's fine. I understand. Let's go a little bit further. Keep an eye on the center, 66, Jensen. Just keep an eye on him. See if you notice anything strange. Yank, pulled straight down. Keep an eye on McClendon. You'll see a little bit of handsiness here. Oh my goodness, just pulls him right down. No penalty called. Yeah, keep an eye on Vita Veb. He gets held by 55. That one is so plain and obvious, and it affected the play pretty good. Vita was getting through. Running back was coming. 55 just grabs Vita right here and pulls him straight down. Now this one, Godwin gets face masked out of bounds right there. And of course, this is not called. Keep an eye on these two. You'll see 5 Ramsey grabs Godwin by the face mask and yanks his head down right here. Just yanks it down right there. Let's go in full speed and keep an eye on those two. Right there. Full speed, you can see it plain as day. But hey, that's all good fun and games, right? Look at this one. Watch Godwin. Again, he gets hit straight in the head by a Rams defensive player. No penalty called. Oof, that's a tough one. Watch it again. Slow it up. Keep an eye on these two. Wham! And look at that. He crushes his head. Twisted it all the way to the side. No penalty called there. On this one, look at this guy has got Tom Brady by the head and yanks him down. And you see Brady turns to the ref and he's like, yo, he can't do that. Well, obviously he can. Look, he's talking to him the whole time. But let's go back and watch that again. Keep an eye on Brady. You'll see 54 come in, smack him right in the head and grab his helmet and pull on it. I don't know how this wasn't called a penalty. Here, Brady gets a nice little horse collar that's not called. Watch right there. And of course he gets up, tells the guy he was a little bit wrong for what he did. We'll rewind it. Keep an eye on 54. You see he grabs Brady and yanks him down by the horse collar right here. Gets him right there. And then yank. Uncalled. Now this last penalty is the most egregious, and I do believe it calls for an ejection from the game on number 5, Ramsey. Watch what he does. We'll play it again. Keep an eye on Gronkowski. This pass is thrown over his head and out of bounds. Right there. But look, you can see number 5 gearing up. He comes across. Here's the ball way out of bounds. Ball is right there. And you see Ramsey come and hit Gronkowski right in the head with his helmet. Now, you can get a better shot from the end zone angle. Here's Gronkowski. He goes across. Brady throws it. It's out of bounds. You can see the ball is way over here. And you see Ramsey gearing up and he hits Gronkowski right in the head, helmet to helmet. Wham! That is a hell of a shot. And he does this on purpose. He targets him, look. That should have been an ejection. Now, I do believe that if the Rams' 12 uncalled penalties had been called, that there would have been a definite different outcome of this game. And I had 3 penalties that were called on the Buccaneers that I considered bullshit. So I do believe you add in the 12 uncalled penalties to the Rams and take away the 3 BS calls on the Buccaneers, I think there would have been a different outcome on this game. To sum it up, I think the Rams did a good job. The offensive play calling was spectacular. Their game plan was spectacular. Stafford is the real deal. He is going to take the Rams a long way. He's a fantastic quarterback. He's much better than I thought he was going to be, and I had high expectations for him when he went to the Rams. However, I don't think the Rams beat the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers beat themselves with an extremely healthy dose of the referees calling a crappy game. This was absolutely horrendous on the referee's part. Now, the Rams have, I think, 7 penalties all year long so far, maybe 8. They're the least penalized team in the league. At least they were coming into week 3. There's something wrong with that. I counted at least 7 penalties in this game that were uncalled. Either they're very good at hiding their infractions or the refs are just completely blind. It's probably a combination of both. There might even be some conspiracy theory stuff thrown in there. I don't know, but as you can see from some of these clips, that was pretty bad. Now, I didn't show all the penalties that weren't called because it would have been forever. There was a lot of holding going on that just wasn't good video material. But I also didn't show all the screw-ups that the Buccaneers did where they shot themselves in the foot. The missed field goal going into halftime, a couple false starts, drive-killing penalties, the dropped passes. The Buccaneers did not play a very good game. They brought their C game. The Rams brought their A game. The refs, they brought their con game. So there you have it. That's how the Buccaneers lost this game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do get a chance, like and subscribe. And until next time, go Bucs.